Hi guys, I'm sorry. I was just sending the link. How are you guys? How are you? Hi Di. Di, yeah. Okay, so we have been going straight up. During this day we are heading up to well, it's not far away to 70,000. That's good. We can start with what actually happened when we were before we spiked to the upside and what we could have done. I actually missed the entry because I was not at home at this point. I just came home and I was just thinking, hey, I should go live right now. And just 1 second, I'm gonna change the background. It's too dark right now. Oh, Brandon, that's good. Just 1 second. I'm just gonna send my link to the group on Bitcoin Census community. Just 1 second. Alerts like that. Oh, just 1 second. Long from hi Victoria, how are you? Brandon, he's long from Ethereum at 3,852. Long from on Bitcoin from 59.2. Oh, that's really good. So you're just holding it. That's amazing. Party time. Yeah, it really is. You should definitely celebrate. Do you have one order in, or do you have plenty, or you're keeping one just go, or have you been taking profits during the run that we did have? Good morning, Pamela, drinking your coffee again. AC is here. Come focus on work when bit. No. Hello, Eservias, how are you? I want to have some coffee too. I didn't have the time. Okay, so we did all-time high. Yeah, we did. Took profits before the pump. That's really good, Victoria. That's really good that you did that. Right now, we just have to wait for the market to do a small pullback. So looking at where do you see a bit of consolidation or a retracement? Yeah, I'm gonna right now, so the best thing that we can do is actually go down to the lower time frames, and we have nothing to look at because right now, oh yeah, we do have certain things to look at, obviously. I'm just gonna have these line right here. Just 1 second. I haven't been able to do that, so give me just like a few seconds, guys. Okay, like that. Okay, so when we are looking at when the market is making a new all-time high, we definitely use these previous targets. I already have the targets right here, since this was the all-time high that we did have around 65,000. I'm also gonna use these two. Bodies on the all-time high that we did have. I'm also gonna have the wick. And I'm looking at the 4-hour chart. We can also look at the daily and see how it looks. I have 9 million positions. That was a lot of positions. Happy for you. Okay, so we're having the targets on the daily. And it's pretty far away. So what we can do right now is that we do have 64. Okay, so we do have 65,000 as a target where the market can come back down to, and why? It's because it is the previous all-time high that we did have. So that's a very important. Hi Wesley. Wesley's here. Oh my god. So we did have so that's a big target. I also use 64,677 as a target, and right now we're going down to the lower time frames because we do on the higher time frames it's just huge. It's just a huge bullish candlestick to the upside, so we don't have so much to look at. High free hello hub. Okay, so we are having a low right here on the 4-hour chart. We could see market, the market did have a little retest at that area. Looking back in time, we have nothing to look at. So right now we have to focus on what's happening right here. So it looks like we're coming back down a little bit, but this could definitely just be a quick one, continuation to the upside. So what we can also do is we're taking a Fibonacci on the 15 minutes chart from the lowest point at the support at 66,010 to the highest point, and that is 66,871. Hello, Jose Yuan, how are you? Ryan here because of Andy Bitcoin. I'm very happy that he sent you here. I'm very happy. I hope you had a good time with Andy. It's very good. So we're taking a Fibonacci right now to see where the market can pull back down to. Obviously, we do not have, as I told you, we don't have so many areas right now to look back to. So these are the targets that I'm having. You're having a support. It's very good using that support. It's very can come to a very handy right now. We do have Fibonacci because we did make a high. We do have a low right here. Hello Valeria, how are you? So market can come back down now a little bit to this area. So first target that I'm having for a pullback is 66,400 or 65,900, about that area. So we just have to wait and see. So what we can do at the moment, we can just put a horizontal line right here. We are taking the alert. So if the market crosses down, it would tell us that we need to look at this chart and see what actually happens. Hi Natalie, how can we estimate the top of the pump all-time how to use Fibonacci in that moment? Okay, so I just showed everyone that I'm taking a Fibonacci on the 15 minutes right now. And why is that? It's because I see a pullback right here. The market came back down a little bit, so we have a little support. Market made a high because you had the bullish candlestick, you had the bearish candlestick, two bearish candlesticks, so that's a new higher high, even if it's a small one. So I'm taking my Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. So this is the Fibonacci level that I'm having right now, and it's actually the closest one that I can have. If we're going down to the 5 minutes chart, it's too. I don't like to use 5 minutes chart sometimes, or most of the time. I think it's better to see how use it on the 15 minutes chart instead. Looking like we did have a small pullback, so we just might continue back up right now. We're having such a volatility to the upside, so the market doesn't have to come up and come back down so much. You can just you saw around here, you had one bearish candlestick, market continued up. So, and if we are continuing down, we are obviously having, I can take that one away. We do have this previous high. So this is a previous high that we did have, and this is also very, very important because from this area where we did consolidate during the day. And after that, the market retested 64,450 around that area, and it was actually from that point the momentum started. So if the market comes back down one more time, it doesn't have to come back down there. It could do that, but this is a very strong area because the market, this was the point where the market actually had the huge momentum. Where are you from? I'm from Sweden. Natalie, how low do you think the pullback will be in the short term? Short term, I do believe it can come back down to 66,300. It can also come back down to 65,948. But remember, right now, these are the only levels that I can use right now, because it's the pullback that we're having. So I'm having a alert to see if the market comes back down to these levels. Looking at the higher time frames, you know, you're having a huge wick. So I mean, you can just continue up right now. You can just see how far it is. So looking at the wicks or the body, I mean, the market has moved, the market did move so much. And you can also see that if we're taking these away, the market actually retested that. Market came back down and retested the previous higher and the previous all-time high that we did have. And you can see that on the wick. So during the day, I want to see how it actually looks. Was it the daily? I'm gonna take that one away so we're not getting confused. Taking that one also. So during the day, just 1 second, guys. So what's the day? It's 20. Okay, so this was the wick. So this was the wick we had today that actually retested the previous all-time high. And after that, it created the momentum to the upside. We could have been taking a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. Market came back down to Fibonacci 63,900, and after that the momentum started. So Bitcoin retested all-time high around 7 in the morning in Swedish time, and then you saw the market continue up. So it's very perfect. Tack så mycket för svar. No problem, Frank. Did you Google that translation? Okay, we're looking at Ethereum. Well, we've been having huge momentum here too. It looks good. I just have to change some things on my Fibonacci. It should be white. Just 1 second. I don't know why it turned black. Oh, Mark is here. Salvador is here. Frank. Oh, du är från Norge. Välkommen. Sylvian is here. Okay, we're looking at Ethereum. Going to the daily, we also did have the break of the previous higher high that we did have. Going back down to the lower time frame. So I just want to see what happened, and after that, I'm just telling you guys what can happen. It's really important to see what happened during certain price levels. I think that's really important. Okay, so we did have clear high, higher low, higher low. Market broke the resistance today. Could also have done it like this. Going back down to the lower time frames. I mean, it looks okay. Take that one away. We're having this one instead. You can take the wick from the bottom to the wick. Market broke the previous higher high, came back down, retested it as a higher low, continuation to the upside. So right now we have to go down to the lower time frames, just like we did on Bitcoin, to see what we can do from here. Yo, let's get 1,000. Yeah, please subscribe to my channel, guys. It would be very nice. I'm having live streams like almost, sometimes I even have it like 2 times during the day. It's very funny. So please subscribe to my channel. I always put up daily videos about cryptocurrencies. I've been trading since 2018. And I'm very technical. I told the guys yesterday also. And I've been sitting around the charts every single day since the day I started trading, and that was a long time ago. At the moment, concentrate at school. Okay, so we're looking at the lower time frames right now on Ethereum, and we do also have a low and we do have a high. So we can take Fibonacci from on Ethereum from 3,938 to the highest point, and I'm taking it from the close of these 2 candles right here at the beginning of the bearish candle, 4,058. And market can come back down to Fibonacci level of 3,992, or it can come back down to 3,982. Did I just say that? Okay, so between 4,000 and 3,980. That's the target I could have, the first target for the market to pull back down to. So if we're seeing the market continue back down and you start to see that you're looking something like this, you start to see that the market doesn't have the power to break it, and you start to see that the market is creating higher highs and a higher high, higher low, and that's the moment you want to, I would want to buy the market. So market comes back down to Fibonacci level. And if you don't know what a Fibonacci is a retracement tool that we're using. So right now we are in an uptrend. We want to see where the pullback can come back down to, because we always trying to buy at the higher low. Right now we have a higher high at the moment, can continue up. We need to find the higher low so I can find a good position for myself to buy the market. So that's why I'm having this area. So when the market comes back down to this level, I'm starting to see the market having trouble breaking it. It can also come back down a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you're seeing the second leg seeing the second leg closing above the first leg. But if the market now decides to have a little bit more of a momentum to the downside, I can use 3,937 as a target for the market to come back down to. Continuation, it's the same thing. Market comes down, can come back down a little bit more. You have a little fake out, maybe comes back up again. The right move continues from the second leg right here. So that's what I see right now. We can also see market just continuing to the upside, and at that point we just might use this as a new support or a resistance, depending on how the market will move right now. So market is always moving up, always upside down, sideways. Love how you pronounce the word Fibonacci. Thank you. So market will always give us new areas to use, but right now we don't have anything. I don't know how it look. How does it look? Yeah, so we haven't broken the all-time high yet on Ethereum. We're having a bit, so we can also use the previous high at the 5th and 6th of September, 3,960. Market can also come back down to that area. We can copy and paste it from the higher time frames to the lower time frames. So right now we can also see if we are taking the Fibonacci low to the high. So if you're seeing the market coming back down a little bit more and breaking the Fibonacci, the market can come back down. And why can it come back down to this area? That's the previous high that we did have, that I just talked about. We can also make it a little bit smaller, so we're taking it from the body to the wick, right, like this. Oh yeah, whatever, it looks good. So these are the targets that I'm having on Ethereum right now. So we just have to wait and see. As I told you, if the market now continues to the upside, looks like that, you have a new resistance right there where the market can come back down to and retest. Kan vi ta en liten titt på Sol eller ettor vi har sett på? There are are you guys, are you translating things from Google? Because is there anyone from Sweden right here right now? Okay, someone wanted me to look at, was it Valeria on DOT? Someone else, yeah, we can look at DOT. Just want to see how it looks on Bitcoin first. Remember that we also have a new high right here on Bitcoin on the lower time frames. It's really good going back down to the lower time frames, because guys, you can see that on the higher time frames it's just a wick that you're seeing, but the wick is actually these bearish candlesticks that you can see. So that is why it's really good. So that's how you're finding entries and stuff like that on the lower time frames, because on the higher time frames it's just sometimes very messy and hard to see. On the lower time frames you can have the precise entry. Okay, we have people from Norway here too. That's very nice. We're neighbors. Okay, so someone wanted me to look at DOT. I guess it's USDT, guys. I understand Swedish pretty good, but I don't speak it too well. I did my teams going. Oh, that's nice, Stockholm. Hello, neighbor. Hello. Yeah, Swedish is a nice place to be at. It's pretty cold right now. Okay, so we're looking at .USDT. Valeria said something. Can you analyze .bot 40.73? 40.73. Just want to see exactly where you are. 40.73. Well, that's good. Good. It's very good, Valeria. So you bought at the lowest point. And no clue where. I mean, you say, can you use analyze that bot at 40.73 and no clue where to sell? Valeria, you're not supposed to sell the market right now. Don't even think about it. Yeah, you drink this. Hello, Chris D. Hi. Thank you so much. And you look like the girl from What Is Her She's. Okay, Valeria, you're not guys, whatever you're doing right now, I would recommend you, remember I'm no financial advisor, but I'm recommending for myself, don't try to sell the market right now. The market is screaming uptrend. Screaming uptrend. So Valeria had a very, very good entry right here. Very good. It was perfect. So but on DOT we do have more levels to use because we do have a lot of high highs and higher lows on the time frame. Okay, so we do the closest level because when the market is looking at the lower times first, we do have a support right here on the 15 minutes where the market can pull back down to. We can also take a Fibonacci from low to the high, and we can see that is 43. It's around 43. Okay, so we're going back in time too. So the Fibonacci level that I'm having, we can just have a box right here. You can see how perfect this is, guys. I mean, I'm not shocked anymore, but it's very funny to share this with you. If you're not using Fibonacci, can you see, I mean, I didn't even know about this. Can you see what level? Taking a Fibonacci from lowest point right now on .USDT to the highest point on 15 minutes. You do have the Fibonacci between 43.1 and 0. Going back in time, that's a previous support, resistance. Market came right back down and retested it. I mean, it's great. It's great. So the only thing that I and all of the other people in the whole wide world should do right now is just wait for the market to come back down a little bit, and then I'm continuing to buying. To sell right now is, I'm sorry, it's the stupidest thing that you could ever do. Can you see? So if you're starting to think about selling the market and you see this red, you see this bearish candlestick, and you're like, yeah, it looks like the market's going down. Yeah, you had like one wick to the downside and then you saw the continuation. I mean, don't do that, guys. That's how you're losing your money. Try always to follow the trend. Try. You will save yourself a lot of money and you will save yourself a lot of pain. Someone wanted me to look at Sol USD also. Sol USDT. I hope you understood what I was talking about DOT. So these are the two targets that I'm looking for right now. So around 43 and 42. But we do heading down, so we just might use different levels. But the market has to come back down now. So these are, at the moment, these are the two levels that I'm looking at. Same thing on Sol USDT. I mean, every pair looks almost the same. I booked 50% on. I think Bitcoin will pull back to 64 or to 63K tomorrow. I mean, it can totally do that as long as you're just following price. When should we take profit? When should we take profit on Bitcoin? I have to look at the chart to see how it looks like. I cannot say. Okay, so looking at Sol USD, we're going to the daily, and it's we do have the huge movement to the upside on here too. What we can use, going back to the lower time frames, I do the same thing right now. We're taking a Fibonacci from 164 to the highest point right now, 169.5. If we're starting to see the retracement back down, Fibonacci level is 166.175. It is also 166.890. I do use the 50. When I'm trading on Fibonacci, I only use the 50 and 61%. But everyone is doing different. I'm not saying that my way is the right way, but that's how I do it. So that's I'm always gonna, when I'm saying Fibonacci, it's always the 50 and 61%. Taking the Fibonacci going back in time, it is also combined with the previous high that we did have on 17th of October. We can also go we're taking the line chart right now because we're gonna see more clear on what's actually happening. So you can see that this is a very strong area. You have it as a support. You do have it as a support, a previous resistance, spike to the upside, resistance, can come back down as a new support one more time. Remember, when market comes back down, it doesn't have to look perfect. Market can come back down a little bit. Then you see the market break the Fibonacci, comes back down to the Fibonacci one more time. And on the second leg, that's where I am buying it. It's 174 people on this live stream. I'm very happy. Thank you so much for being here. If you are not a part of Bitcoin Census community, please be, because we always give out the videos when we're going live, me and Andy, and we're having a huge community where we're always talking about cryptocurrency. So obviously you are really interested in looking at cryptocurrency, so that would be perfect for you. You have the link in the description below. Okay, so what pair should we look at right now? I wish I bought more. No way. Cool. Okay, so we are looking, I'm going back to see how it looks on Bitcoin right now. Hi, now, how are you? Live stream again. Great. Thank you, Joel. Can you do chart lessons? Everything that I do right now is a chart lesson, Khalid. Only thing that I do. So just pay attention. You can go back to my previous videos and live streams where I definitely always talk about how to use the charts. Okay, so we're heading back. We're not heading back down yet. No, I haven't joined yet. Not yet. Looking, we can see what happened on KSM USD. I think Wesley wanted me to look at this yesterday. We're looking at the daily chart, and we can see that we are also having a small pullback right now on the daily. So this market actually went down while the other pairs went up. So what it looks like now is that we did break this previous high right here. So this is an important area because you did see a lot of resistance to the upside. Market came back, broke it, came back down, retested. So right now we just might see the continuation to the upside. So this is also a move that you missed if you're trading KSM. Okay, so we are looking at, so what the market can do is looking at the lower time frames. We're taking Fibonacci from 307 to 376. market has already touching the Fibonacci level, but it could definitely come back down to 373 or 372. But huge momentum right now. Huge momentum. Okay, so someone asked me how to... Hi Natalie, Hilse from Norway. Can you look at VET? Yeah, of course. Hello Norway. It's very nice to see a lot of people from Ingrid to give Mappy back. Okay, bye bye Wesley. Thank you for your help. Nice to have people from just VET. Use people from Europe, especially Norway and Sweden. It's not a lot of people in Norway and Sweden or Denmark that talks about forex trading or cryptocurrency. And hi Lynn, how are you? I'm happy to see you too. We're looking at VET, USDT. We're having the same thing on every cryptocurrency. We can take Fibonacci on the 30 minutes chart from lowest point at 0.11765 to high, and that is 12.051. But we do have huge momentum, so definitely the market continues up to the upside. So we just have to follow price right now. Going back in time, we can see where we retested. We're taking the Fibonacci level, the line chart. You did have a low right here. Going back in time, you can see it retested a lot of support and previous resistance zone. So that is one of the reasons why the market actually broke it, came back down. So it can come back down to 12.036 one more time also, because this is the last support that we're having on the 15 minutes. So look at how the market is moving against 12.034. If it's breaking in that area, because right now I'm trying to find long opportunities, but to find a long opportunity, you want the market to come back down, and you want to find on what level the market can come back down to. Or it can come back down to around 11.874, because that's the Fibonacci level that I took on from the lowest point to the highest point on the 15 minutes, and the 30 minutes looked the exact same thing. Nigeria in the building. Hello. Have you already talked about Ethereum? Yes, I have. We can go back and look at it soon. Someone said Ethereum broke. Yeah, exactly. So Ethereum is on its way up. We did break this high right here at 66,881. So we can now use it as a new support if the market decides to come back down and break it. That is just what I see right now. But obviously we have to see how the market is when the market starts to pull back. Right now we're just the market is just going up, so we just have to wait for it. So please don't tell the market, guys. Don't buy the market. If you're already in a buy, that's very good. Don't even think about selling right now. Very nice. Thanks a lot. No problem, guys. No problems. If you have time, like to hear your TA on Wing, of course. Of course. USDT. Okay, so we have been here before, and hey, oh my, this is amazing, guys. I know it's a lot of new people on this live stream, and if you don't know, I use Fibonacci all the time. I love Fibonacci. It's like the best thing that ever happened to me when it came to trading. So what I did for a long time ago, because I know we usually don't look at this pair, but I did take a Fibonacci, and it must have been from the daily, from the lowest point to the highest point. So I always tell, yeah, we want the market to come back down to the Fibonacci level right here. So this is amazing when you're going down, when you're not looking at a pair for a while, and you can see how the market respects the 50 and 61% like precisely. Even if the market did consolidate for a while, because it did, the market never broke the 61%. And it was always around 50% until it broke to the upside. And you could see right here that you're maintaining higher lows. Wait, oh, is it? You have maintaining higher lows right here. So even if we are in a sideways market like this, look at how the market is moving inside the Fibonacci level, still telling us, guys, hey, we're still in a uptrend. We're still in a uptrend. Boom, market broke. Market broke the previous resistance, came back down, retested it. This could just be the fake out that we're having. So we're taking a new Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point right now, combining the 61% with the previous resistance that got broken. This is the first touch. First touch. Market comes back down, closes above the first touch. Continuation. I have my buy opportunity at 64.98. So that's what I see right now on Wink. You know? Comp, please, of course. So did you understand what I was talking about? Was it comp? No problem, Francis. Okay, so we are looking at comp USD. I know we were looking at this pair yesterday, and we can see what happened, or maybe not yesterday, but we have been looking at it. Okay, taking these things away. Okay, market never came back down to this previous resistance that I was talking about. And when the market doesn't do what you think it's gonna do, well, you just find new levels. It's okay. You don't have to wait and sit and wait forever for the market to come to these levels. Market always moves, so you always have to move with the market. Obviously, it's very hard when the market is having huge momentum, but we can see that we do have some problems right now. Not problems, but we can do it like this. Just 1 second. I just want to see. Okay, so this is perfect. We were in a uptrend, a downtrend right here. Market came to the support. And why is it a support? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a lot of wicks to the downside right now. That tells you, guys, the support is holding it. We are going up. Right now, we're trying to break this previous lower high that we're having, and this is the last lower high. If we are breaking that area right now, we just might see the start of the uptrend. But now we're looking at the daily, so we're having a huge daily candlestick. But you don't have to wait for the daily to show you that it's breaking, retesting it. No, you're not. You're looking at the lower time frames to see how it looks. If it comes back down now and you start to see the movements and that the market doesn't have the power to break the resistance. So right now, I'm already in a trade when on the lower time frame. So on the weekly or on the daily, I have my entry at the wick. Congrats to, oh my God, Dodge go crazy. Congrats to stuff. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being on this live with me. I'm very, very, very happy for that. Please like this video if you understand what I'm talking about and if you like the video. It's very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so this is what you can see right now. The market just might come back down and retest it. But look at the lower time frames. We can also, it's very far away, but always try to have more, how do you say it in English? You need more levels on the chart, just because if we're breaking one level, you want to know where the next level can be. So just because the market is breaking this level right here on 317, that's okay. The market is still in a uptrend. And you should be glad that the market is breaking it, because now you know, okay, market comes back down to Fibonacci level around 313. you'll have a better position the lower the price is. Market comes back down to Fibonacci, and then you see the continuation. And at that point, if I'm having my entry around Fibonacci, I see the market breaking the resistance, I see this happening, I'm having another order on the breakout and retest of the resistance. So my first order is around Fibonacci. Market breaks, comes back down, retest the previous resistance. I'm having my second entry. So just because I'm in a long right here, I can take another long when I see the market breaking other areas. So that's what I see right now. So I'm looking at around 317, and I'm looking at 313 where the market can come back down to. There's no point at looking at shorts right now. You don't do that. Try to control yourself. Control your emotions. Thoughts on XRP? I'll see what XRP has to show, can give us. This is good. This is what you want to see, even on the lower time frame. So we did have before. I'm gonna take these away. Just 1 second. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna show you what happened. So right now, at some point, we were in a consolidation right here, and consolidation is a sideways market, as you know. Market is very easy to lose your money when you are in a sideways market, because the market comes to support, have you huge wicks, fake outs on the lower time frames. You have the wicks to the upside, downside, because the market doesn't know where to go. Yeah. So when we did break the resistance. Market came back down, taking that one away because we did have 3 options. Market came back down, retested it, and you can see the retest even more clear on the lower time frames. Taking that one away, so we will be we're not going to be confused. So market broke to the upside, came back down. You had a huge bearish candlestick right here, and if you're like, okay, this is not a good confirmation for me because I don't want to have a huge bearish candlestick telling me, I mean, it actually did come inside and closed it. So this was the fake out that you did have. Market comes back up one more time, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Listen to Natalie, you're taking your Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. And if you're zooming in, taking that one away, can you see how market came back down and retested at 50%? So that was the entry that I did have. It's amazing, guys. You have to know your confirmations. I had one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but I think you know who he is. He told me, Natalie, so what do you think about this chart? And I told, do you think I should go in a long position? And I asked him, what is your confirmation to get in the market? He was like, I can see the market going up. No, really? You have to have confirmations, guys. You cannot just jump into a market and it looks like it's going up. Guys, you have to know why you're getting into the market. You have to know it. Okay, it looks like Bitcoin is going back down to Fibonacci right now, so we just have to wait. Didn't I have, just 1 second. Yeah, so is this the same thing? I'm so confused. Wow. Taking that one away. Okay, I don't know what I did right here. I think I took another one. Okay, no, it's the same. It's the same. I just confused myself. Yeah, that was Wesley. It was Wesley. Okay, so we're waiting for the market, for Bitcoin to come back down a little bit. We're waiting for Ethereum also to come back down. We do have the targets on the lower time frame. Someone wanted me to look at Solana. We did look at Solana, but I can tell you one more time. Repetition is good. So I did take on Solana. I did take my Fibonacci from 163.950 to the high 169.535. And what we are doing right now, or I'm doing, is that I'm waiting for the market to come back down to Fibonacci level around 166. If it's breaking that area, the next target that I'm having for the pullback can be the previous, a small support that we did have around 164.035. But the best thing that you can do, as I just told you, is to see, okay, we do have the first leg, comes back up, comes back down again, it's closing above the first leg that we did have. The second leg is my entry. Please look at the Doge, of course. Okay, I think I have it right here. USDT. So we're looking at Doge USDT, and let's see what happened right here. Looking at daily, we're starting off with the daily. It's a lot of things happening here, so we just might take some of the things away. Remember, when you are right, because I'm analyzing for you guys, but when you're analyzing yourself, don't try to have so many things on the chart, because it can make you very messy inside of your brain. Okay, so we did take the Fibonacci before on Dogecoin from the lowest point at 1966 to the highest point to 2549. And we can see market came back down to Fibonacci level 2248, and that is also where the market broke the downtrend, because this was the last lower high that we did have. We created a new lower low, market broke to the upside, created a higher high, came back down, retested the lower high. Right now we are in the uptrend. So we have to break this higher high right now. And it does have problems to do that. So the market can actually come back down to the Fibonacci level one more time, 2245. Because right now, when you're trying to buy the market, as I always tell you guys, you have to wait for the market to come back down. The market is way high up right now. We're also at a resistance. So usually when market comes to a support or resistance, the market tends to come back down or come back up a little bit. So you have to wait for the market to do its retest. So I'm waiting for the market to come back down to around 2267, or we're breaking it. We're breaking the high, creates a new high, and the next lower low, higher low would be around 2549. So breakout retest of the previous higher high that we did have. When you're buying, you always want to buy at the higher low, and that you just have to practice on how to spot them. ADA. Looking at ADA USDT, see how it looks. Having huge momentum to the upside one more time. Market has been around the Fibonacci level that we did take on the higher time frames. And going back down to the lower time frames, I do have this box right here, because this is also a very strong support, and you can see that you're having huge pullbacks when the market came to these areas. Market broke the downtrend right here when the market we have small lower highs all the time, but definitely this high at 2.155. So that could be a target if the market now starts to have a little bit more volatility to the downside. So I do believe you can use 2.155 as a target if it decides to come back down. Doesn't have to come back down so much. You can also take the Fibonacci from the lowest point right now on the 30 minutes chart, 2.151, to the high 2.197, taking this one away because we do not want to confuse ourselves. So the target for myself on ADA USDT is around 2.170, and see how the market is reacting. If it comes back down to that area, remember that this could be a double bottom for you guys. If it's better for you to understand when I'm, instead of saying first leg, second leg, it's a double bottom. Market can also come back down to the resistance that I was talking about. You have a little, it looks like a fake out, but comes back up, comes back down again. Hey Nat, what would you recommend type of TA subscription to get for beginner chart user? Do you recommend getting a premium package? You mean on TradingView? We call that George W. I don't even know why I'm laughing. I don't think I get the joke, but it sounded funny. Okay, so everything is just continuing up. We're having Bitcoin coming back down a little bit. I really like your work. Thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. Please like this video, guys, if you really liked it. It would be very nice of you. Is there any other pair you want me to look at? XLM. XLM. BTC. We can look at that right now. If one, yeah, I love your work too. I'm gonna watch your lives daily now. Thank you so much. I'm very happy about that. Thank you for the support, guys. Okay, so someone said 1 week is at the base of a triangle. Is that good? It depends on how. Okay, so you did have 2 fake outs. The market tried 2 times to close below the support and never had the power to do it. We still have lower highs on the weekly chart. This was the lower high, and right now this could be the lower low. Market just can come back up a little bit for them break it. But we definitely have to see how the market is reacting to this low around 581. And so yeah, because when you're having a huge zone like this, and you can see we've been respecting it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, you had 2 fake outs. Remember, this could also be a fake out. Market goes up. I like the cool vibe, not very stressful, and you're like, I told you that it's going to break to the up, guys. Like a lot of you. Will you text me on Instagram? No, I will not text you on Instagram. It's like, guys, you're so, I mean, sometimes you have to laugh. It's just funny. So yeah, so just wait how the market right now will react to this support. You're trading in all currencies. You can see right now that we start to have trouble breaking it, but remember, you just have to look at how it looks on the 1 hour chart. Now the drawing starting to come. I mean, yeah, the first thing that you have to do, or you should do right now, is to see if the market actually will break. We're still having lower lows and lower highs. So this was the last lower low. No, this was the last lower low, but the market didn't have the power to continue back down, and that is obviously because we are at a strong support. So right now you just might see the movement to the upside, but to be a little bit more sure about what's actually happening, you do have the previous taking the big support away so you can see. So you did have the lower high, lower low, a lower high, lower low. Right now the market is just going sideways. So if you want to be sure about what to do, let the market move. If it's breaking the lower high, creates a new higher low, because at that point you're also breaking the downtrend to a uptrend. Okay, the market can also break the support that you're having and do the same thing but opposite. So this is how the market is moving all the time. Or the market will just continue sideways for a while, come back down a little bit, come back up a little bit, and that's the fake outs that you're having. That is why it's really important that you're letting the market break it, and the next candle you're seeing, you don't want to see the market coming back into the range or the consolidation one more time. That's the fake out that you're having. So just looking at this as an example, so you can see you did have a resistance, you did have a support right here. Okay, so you see the market break into the upside. Just forget about this wick right here. Market broke to the upside, and you think the market will continue right now. What happens? The next candle is closing inside of the market again. So this was a fake out. After that, market broke it, retest, continuation. Market does this all the time, guys. Every single time. The only thing that's stopping you is that you are trying to trade when the market is doing shitty things. To be real, to be honest, it's just doing like this. A sideways market is the stupidest thing that we can do or I can do. We need to see clear direction. That's just a advice from me to you once again. ECP. Okay, looking at ECP USD, we're having the same thing. We're right now at a strong support. We have been here before. Looking at the weekly, we're going to the daily. You can see that we were here one time, two times. We almost came back down at as a third time, but we did have the wick to the downside. So we did see the momentum continuing to the upside after we did touch 40. Market started to break the downtrend. This was the break of the downtrend when the market broke this previous lower high. Even if the market broke it, came back up again. You remember, market is never perfect. So when you're Googling market structure, it would never look like that. Never ever. The market breaks it, comes back up again. You have to practice how to see this. And sometimes you don't even have to trade. Just look at what it's doing, and after that you're making your decision when you see the market is slow. I mean, this is very choppy, but you can still see we're having a clear direction to the upside because we're maintaining the higher lows, but you also have a higher high, a higher high, a lower high. So this could be very confusing. So, but what you can do, what I can do, you're taking Fibonacci from 43.07 to the high 46.65. We're waiting for the market to pull back, so this could be the target around 44.86, and that is also combined with this previous resistance that we're having. Continuation. You want to have a double bottom. The second leg is closing above the first leg. Continuation. Did you understand what I was talking about, guys? Oh, you understand what I'm talking about. FET USDT. I hope, guys, that wherever you are in the world, you're having nice weather, because here in Sweden, it's super dark and it's super cold. And there's no wonder people are depressed in this country, because it's so boring having this type of weather here. I know there's a lot of people from Spain, and I hope you have some fun in the sun. Okay, looking at FET USDT, we do have we're looking at the daily, and this is the same thing. We do have maintaining on the higher time frames. The market maintains, you have a higher low, higher low, higher low, a high, low. But you can also see that if we're closing like this, you have 4 candlestick, and this is a morning star at a support. I am from the United States. Well, I'm so happy for you guys. I'm really happy for you. Thank that for your explanation. Come to go out. We get a lot of sun. How old are you? Guess how old I am. Mom, can you teach me? Also, do you use any EMH such as 20 feet? No, actually, I don't use that. The only thing that I'm using when I'm 36, no, I'm not. The only thing that I'm using when I'm trading is support and I'm using different levels. You can call it support and resistance zones. You can use supply and demand zones. I'm using Fibonacci. Fibonacci is the only thing that I'm using outside the chart. Like, the chart is based off market structure. Market structure is this: up, down, sideways, sideways. That is market structure. And price action, candlestick patterns against these levels, and Fibonacci. I live in Stockholm, so I live in the middle of everything. Do you like Solana? I don't trade Solana, but it's actually a pair that I mean, I look at it a lot because a lot of people like it. Okay, I'm gonna continue analyzing FET USD. Okay, so we did have, looking at the lower time frame, sometimes it's better. We are at the strong support, and that is why the market is continuing to the upside right now. Have to have that in mind. Always try to ask the questions. Okay, why did the market break from this area? Why is this price so important? Because the price has been here millions of times before, and it does the same thing all the time. So it's no strange that the market is actually do you like Malin in Willis? Hello Malin, how are you? I am done. Okay, so the market is breaking. The market broke the downtrend right here because this was the last lower high that we did have. This was a higher high. Market came back down and tried to break it one more time. Didn't have the power, so we did break the lower high one more time. So what you can use right now is to see if the market is coming back down and retesting the previous high that we did have. It was also kind of a fake out. Market came back down into the range one more time. So yeah, this is so perfect when you fake out. So these two candles right here, if you don't know, this is the fake out. These two, you have the market pretending it's going up, fools you, comes back down, takes your money. So that's the fake out. So it can come back down and retest that area one more time around all the trillions of numbers. But looking at the 1 hour chart, you can see that you're having it on the highest point right here. Okay, guys? Because right now on every pair, we are just waiting for the market to pull back. We can also take a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. And you can almost see that the market is combining with the targets that I was just talking about. Market comes back down, gives you 2 touches. The second touch should be above the first touch. Continuation to the upside. Same thing all the time. Call it double bottom, double top. You remind me of 5 minutes. I love Stockholm and everything. But damn cold winter time. Yeah, it's really cold in Sweden. And someone said 42 25.36, that's 26.21. Some of you are nice, some of you are not. So I'm not gonna answer that. But I'm in between those numbers. I am not over 42, and I'm not around 36. I'm younger than that. Looking at how Bitcoins look one more time, you can see we're heading down. We're heading down, and right now we just might, 1 second guys, we just might retest this low right here. Before it continues down. Comes back down. But we do have an alert. Go into Ethereum just to see how it looks. We're having wicks right now to the upside, so the market just might pull back a little bit. Natalie, did you look at DOT? I don't remember, but I can look at it. I don't think we did look at it. Oh, maybe we did. Mandar, you're not late. It's okay, no problem. You haven't missed a thing. Okay, so we are looking at .USDT. We can look back in time. I think we were here. Okay, so we do have this previous high around 43.78, and you can already see market came back down to that area and retested it. Wonder how it's looking. Yeah, so we did retest that area one time with this wick, a quick one. And why are we having, have to see why we are closing, why the market has troubles right now. Looking at the 4-hour chart, it just might look better. We're taking a horizontal line right here. We're going back down to candlestick. Oh yeah, so why the market right now has problems continuing to the upside, it's because this is also an area where we were as a resistance before a lot of times on the 4-hour chart. So that is why we're having trouble breaking it. We are just closing, we are just below it right now. Taking the Fibonacci away, we're not going to get confused. So we are looking for the pullback, so we don't have to think about selling the market at all. So don't even try to confuse yourself. So we're taking a Fibonacci from 41.92 to the highest point, 44.42. What we might see right now, because we can also use this previous resistance that I was talking about, looking at the higher time frames. This is the high. You have 43.77, you have 42.61 and 43. These are the three levels that I can use right now to see where the market can come back down to. So these two is actually combined to each other, the previous high that we did have together with the Fibonacci. Gonna look better on the lower time frames. Okay, so the market can come back down to 43.79, come up a little bit, or it's just breaking it, comes back down to Fibonacci level 42.98, around that area. We're starting to see movement, maybe continuation to the upside, or if we're breaking that level too. At that point, we have to start to look back in time and see where the market actually has been a lot of times before. You can also use this previous low at 41.93, and that is also the previous resistance that we did have, and that is also where the market had the movement to the upside when we did break and retest it. We were consolidating here for a while, broke to the upside, came back down. So you have target 1 to where the pullback can come to is 43.78, 42.96, or 41.90. 42.98. Sorry, getting late to Sweden, that's fine. What do you mean actual number? 42 point, yeah. So on every different pair that you're trading, you'll have the numbers right here. So this is how you measure, like if you like pips and stuff like that. So when you're taking an entry and you can see that if the market comes back down to 43.15, if you're taking a limit order or a buy order, for example, you are, if you would want to place a limit or stop order, you are writing 43.16 because you want the market to activate when the market comes to this level. So you open that sheet of these and you're already talked. I'm new to trading. Please FTM. Okay, we're looking at FTM USDT. It's really messy. We're starting over again. First target, looking at daily Fibonacci from 1.9285 to the highest point at, and that is the high, the last previous highest point that I'm talking about, 2.2996. Market doesn't have to come back down to that area, but you can see how the market spiked through it on the 50%. Going back down to the lower time frames, we do have this previous resistance right here. You can also use this resistance right here, the previous one. But what we can do is right now taking Fibonacci on the 4-hour chart from lowest point at 2.1725 to the highest point 2.4216. We're taking one of them away because this is the this is the closest one. Your voice is shooting, but rather you're guys, you're so funny. Okay, so what the market can do right now, because we doesn't look like we're having the power right now to break the last higher high that we're having. So we're having a higher high, higher low. We're trying to create a new higher high. Market is never perfect, so we just might come back down again to 2.2918, and then you're seeing the continuation to the upside. Looking at the 1-hour chart, you can see that we did have the pullback. We did have the pullback right here. Market came to the Fibonacci levels that I did take. You can take Fibonacci just to, so you can see. $43.78 in BATCs. That's, no, they're having different numbers. HIM. Wasn't a meeting, missed the start. Okay, so we did break the downtrend right here on the 1-hour when we broke 2.3387. We're taking a new Fibonacci because right now we're having new movements to the upside, so we need to find out where the pullback can come back down to. So I'm taking a Fibonacci from 2.2948 to 41 to 2.4101. So the Fibonacci, the pullback can come back down to 2.3460. Continuation to the upside, and this is the market just might have the might just come back down a little bit to create the power or liquidity to continue to the upside and break the levels, break the last lower high and higher high that we did have. So that's something that I would see right now, because this is why if you're new to trading, or if you do not know, market has different time frames obviously, but it also has different trends on them. So you have to spot, okay, we are in a uptrend on the 4-hour chart. Looking at the 1 hour, we are having the pullback. On the 15 minutes, we're breaking the pullback, and right now we are in a uptrend. That's how you're trying. That's how you're puzzling everything together to find where the end of the higher low is, or the higher low, lower high, and the higher low. Yeah, it's really important, guys, using market structure. Matic. No, HIM, it's okay. I mean, it's really hard. Trading is really hard. So you don't ever feel stupid, because trading is hard, trust me. If someone is saying something else, they don't know what they're talking about. So please ask question. It's never a stupid question. It's never. Okay, we're taking Matic. We're looking at that daily chart. We're taking from the low 1.219 to the highest point 1.5600, around that area. Taking that one away. Let's see how it looks. So we did have a pullback right here. We did have the high, lower high. We had a lower high right here. We did have a support. We did have the support right here. And okay, I just have to see. So yeah, you can use this support one more time, 1.456, to see if the market decides to come back down again. But looking at the 1 hour, you can also see that you're having a different, so this was the last for myself. I would look at this as the last lower high. You did have one here, but it's too far away. So the first target that you can, that I can use is around 1.505, to see if the market comes back down to that area and starts to having trouble breaking it. You just might see the market coming back down a little bit, break to the upside again, retest it, continuation. If you think trading is hard work, you have never worked hard in your life. If you think trading is hard work, you have never worked hard in your life. I mean, trading is not easy, especially not in the beginning. So yeah, it's hard work. So that's what I see right now on Matic. This is the first target that I'm having on it. Hard to get trading right, for sure. Yeah, like that's the whole point with everything. If you're trying to be good at something, you have to put down the work to it. It's gonna be hard work. It's really hard. So I never talking about trading like it's easy. It looks easy when I'm doing it, but that's just because I've been doing it for a long time. But it was never easy. It's never. I'm never ever gonna say anything else. Looking at BNB USD for Manai. Where are you from, and do you know Diddy? I'm from Sweden, and no, I do not know Diddy. we're looking at BNB USD. As I told you, we're taking the Fibonacci on the weekly first of all, from the lowest point 284 to the highest point 504. We can use that as a target if the market decides to come back down. But if we're starting to look at the lower time frames, let's see. I don't like these. It's so choppy. It's really choppy. I always say, you guys, I don't understand how you're able to even look at this. Okay, we're trying. Taking the first Fibonacci level away. Trading has nothing to do with hard work. You see the pig claim a controllable finger. Okay, but if you have to be so perfect about it, you can have hard work mentally too. That's hard work. Not just, I mean, I'm never at that. You don't have to be outside sweating all day and that is the only hard work. But if you see it like that, it's okay, but it's mentally hard work. Okay, so I'm using it. I did use a Fibonacci level on the, or was it on the daily one more time? Was it? Yeah, on the 4-hour chart maybe. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do it like this instead because we're having huge movement to the upside. I'm taking Fibonacci from 462 to 495 because this is actually where the market is right now. So we don't have we're not supposed to focus on what's happening right down here. We're trying to be where the market is, and after that we just following. If the market breaks these levels, okay, we just have to follow the market. Right now we're focusing on if the market can come back down to 476 as a pullback. Market almost came to that area one time. It never had the power to continue back down, so you had a small pullback, continuation to the upside. And if you saw that, you could also see how the market was moving. So you do have a previous resistance where the market can come back down to again. You can also use this previous resistance where the market can come back to, and that is 495 and 482. So if you right now we want the market to come back down again, having huge momentum to the upside. We are at a previous resistance right here. That is why the market has trouble. That is why the market has trouble breaking that area. Remember, market comes to resistance, have troubles breaking it, comes back down a little bit, creates the power with the pullback, breaks it, retests, does the same thing over and over again. So yeah, I would definitely use this previous resistance at 495 to see how it works, how it looks on that. Let's see, someone wanted me to look at 8A. This is so hard thinking about, what is so hard thinking about things? I don't know. Looking at Bitcoin and how it's moving, we're heading down to the Fibonacci level that I was talking about. It's almost where I want it to be, but I'm gonna take that one away. Wasn't that actually happened? So guys, can you see we can go down to the lower time frame, so but it doesn't look that good. But you did have the I did put the support right here, and the market actually, it almost retested it. You can have moved it a little bit further down. You can see the market broke it, retest, continuation to the downside. Even if I would never break, I trade it. But it's really good how you're using these levels against, so you can see what's happening. And that's how you break everything down. Shiba. You have to give me the right. I don't know all of the cryptos. Oh, sorry. It's getting late. I cannot find it. Does this lady looks like she's hardworking? Okay, now you just want to fight with people. You just want to pick a fight with someone. Does this lady looks like she's hardworking? No, it doesn't. I mean, I'm just looking at what you want me to look at, right? But to be where I am, yeah, I had to put some hard work to it. As long as you're nice to each other in the chat, that's good. Don't start to be rude at each other. There's no point in being that. I just don't understand why. Okay, whatever. Okay, super bad people look at us getting money doing nothing. We're all going do a show on how to use it. Would love to see that. I just agree to disagree. Do you trade at 1 minute or 3 minutes chart, or only on higher time frames? I love you too, Wesley. 90% of traders lose money. That's why it's hard. Exactly. So no, I don't trade on the 1 minute. I usually never use the 3 minutes either. I always start from the higher time frames, and then I slowly breaking everything down to the lower time frames. And I can use all of different. I mean, I always use 4 and 1 hour and 15 minutes, but I'm jumping in between all of the other pairs too, or time frames. It looks like we're coming back down a little bit more. You aren't a trader. You just got lucky on Bitcoin. What the fuck? Oh, okay. He's talking about the mental parts. When you know the technical, the market is just moving the same. The market is doing the same thing over and over again. The hard work is the mental. And he's right about that. That's the thing. It's not about the trade. It's not about analyzing the market. It's about how you're controlling your feelings while you are trading the market. So I understand what he's talking about, and he's definitely right. You can have all the you can have a great chart that you're analyzing, but if you don't have the mental part of it, you got Wesley. So he does have a point. We all just have to figure everything out ourselves how to. Okay, guys. So we BNB. Why am I in BNB? Someone wanted me to look at Shiba. I just like reading your comments. Okay, we're looking at SHIB USDT, or looking at the daily. Okay, we're taking everything away because it's so messy. Okay, so, oh, Jesus Lord, what's happening here? Okay, so we did have a maintaining higher lows right here. This was the last lower high. We did have a small one right here, but we could definitely break it and come back down to the trend line that we're having right here. I already made thousands. We're very happy for you. Truly, we are. It's very good. As long as you're happy, we're happy. We're having the downtrend right here. So what we can see on Shiba USD right now, or USDT, we can take a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. And we can see that we are right now at the 50% of the Fibonacci level right here. We have the downtrend. The last lower high was around 2808. So if the market now decides to break it, comes back down, continuation to the upside. The market can also come back down more because we do have the Fibonacci level. So the market can come back down a little bit, also come back down and retest trend line. And then you're starting to see the movement to the upside. So Fibonacci level around 2672. That's also where the market can come back down to. So when you're seeing the market, if the market now starts to continue to the downside, you obviously have maintaining lower highs, right? So just as I did right here, you have the last lower high. If we're seeing the market breaking it to the upside, you're breaking the downtrend, begins a uptrend. But if the market now continues to doing lower highs, let's say the market comes down here, you have the last lower high right here. And at that area, you'll see the market respecting Fibonacci that we're in right now. Market breaks it, comes back down, retests the previous lower high, breaking the uptrend, breaking the downtrend, comes back down, retests the lower high, also retesting Fibonacci level 50% at 2717. Continuation. So that's what I see. So you always try to have different levels or different. So when it breaks one level, you can spot another level. So just don't focus on one thing, because when you're doing that, you're forgetting about that market actually can do whatever. You just have to follow it all the time. Are you currently in a trade? No, I am not. When the market, I was actually out today. I had to do something, so I was not able to be to sit at the market. But I'm definitely gonna wait and see how the market is going back down. Nadi, do you do daily live streams? I usually do daily live streams. What happened right now during these past couple of days is that I've actually had like 2 live streams, and I did put up a video. But please subscribe to my channel and you'll have notifications when I'm live. I have minimum 3 lives a week, but it's like 5 or 6 right now, and I do enjoy it. I like to have it. But I do put up daily videos, even if it's a live stream or just a short video for like 9 minutes or so where I'm talking about these cryptocurrencies. Okay, so it looks like we're breaking Fibonacci that I did have. Oh, what happened? Do it like this. So we are around Fibonacci right now. We're breaking the 50%. So this is a good thing. Yo, let's get her up to 5,000 subs. Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, we are inside the Fibonacci right now. Really amazing work you do, education people. You deserve more subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm very happy for that. It will come. It will come. You know, you take one step at a time. We're growing. Always step by step. Just find your channel today. Really nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Schaffer. Schaffer, that's in Swedish. Schaffer. Yeah, if you want to see my Fibonacci, because I do use Fibonacci extremely, like all the time, as you can see. And you have, Wesley just put up the link into my Fibonacci level that I did together with Andy, where I do explain everything. And you can look at that. Moret and Wesley having pick a fight with each other. Who's winning, guys? Okay, we're breaking the 61%. The guys are fighting. I have bigger balls than you. Come on, guys. Okay, I have to look at Bitcoin right now. I cannot go back and forth on the other pairs right now. I really want to see how the market is moving against the levels. We're having both of the charts on the same. So someone asked me how I do have two charts at the same time. You go up to select layout and you have to pay for trading view. You can pay like, is it $14 or something for the lowest fee? And at that point you can see you can use different you can use more charts. I only use this on the two. You can also have it like this. Confusing, I don't like it. I want to have it like this. Okay, we're breaking Fibonacci level. This is, guys, it's really good why we are looking at how the candlestick is moving against these levels, because if you just think that the market will come back down there and then you think the market will come back up, look at how these you have 1 2 3 4 huge bearish candlestick right now. We're breaking Fibonacci level, but if it's gonna hold the level, you want to see the market coming up one more time. You have the second retest at as long as it's above the first leg that you're having. 3 subs away from 1,000. I thought you said I had 1,000. No. I don't mind. I'm just explaining. No, I'm not. I understand you. It's okay. It's okay. We're just joking. We're not gonna fight on my live streams. Is it dark in Sweden? Yeah. It's really dark. It's not snowing right now, but it will come soon. Okay, I need one last subscriber to have 1,000 subscribers. And we are, look, okay, so this is beautiful, guys. Look at this. Even if we have to see how the market will close. Okay, so New York session just is over. So wait, no, you don't have to do that, Mandar. Okay, Mr. Schaffer, have a good day. Thank you for being on the live stream together with us. Very appreciated. 1K, nice, guys. Nice, guys. 930. What are you talking about? Okay, we are inside Fibonacci. We're taking these away because they're just messy. I'm taking that one away. Oh, I don't. So right now we are in the Fibonacci level. Thank you so much. Thank you. I trade stocks too. I trade sometimes I trade index SPX 500, and sometimes I trade US 32. But most I trade Bitcoin, most of all. Oh, thank you, Tesfaye. Test for A, you're from Eritrea? Or Ethiopia, how to say it in English. And I liked your channel, that's sweet, guys. I still want to see how Bitcoin is, what Bitcoin is doing against this level. That's why I'm not looking at the other pairs, because I really, really want to see how it is. Join your channel, and I'm in the channel right now. Okay, we're having huge momentum right now. We're breaking the Fibonacci level. So we just have to wait and see. It looks like we're gonna continue back down. New York session just closed. So it can be a lot of things happening right now. It's not the best session that we're having right now. It's like a dead session. So we just might see if the market comes up to the high again. And we just want to see how the market reacts to 67,000. Webcams.chat.com, hot girls and boys video. So we're starting to have these things right now. Come on, guys. Looks like we're retesting. We're having the momentum one more time to the upside. We are respecting Fibonacci level right now. Ethiopia, I live in Norway. Yeah, I could see that on your name. Good, thanks. Okay, guys, so getting late, it's getting late. Okay, so right now it's a new session. I just have to... Okay, so if you're seeing the market coming up, comes back down, the second touch for me is a confirmation. As long as it's closing above, that's a sign for me to go in a long. But because one session is over and the other one is starting, you could see a bit of a volatility right now. Market can come back down to support 65,948, and then you just might see the same things. Remember that you don't want to have huge movement to the downside. You want to see the market starting to have problems breaking the area, looking like this, having dojis, but to the downside. Hello, Nat, Hitman's plays. Hello. And after that, you have the same thing, because we're looking at I'm looking at them taking longs on the market right now on Bitcoin. So Wesley, please listen to me right now. If market comes back down to 66,010, if you see a small fake out, breakout again, comes back and retest this previous support, that's for me a sign for a long. That's what I see, guys. Come on, what I see. If we are still inside of Fibonacci right now, and we comes up a little bit, comes back down, doing the same thing that I was just talking about, as long as it's closing above the previous low, that for me is a sign that this Fibonacci level is respecting. Okay, so thank you everyone so much for being on this chat, this live stream with me. I'm gonna have a live tomorrow also, so please be. Dinner is ready. Yes, I need to go too. I really like your voice. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, so you'll have your notifications if you are, if you want to see my live streams or just my daily video uploads. If you want to be a part of Bitcoin Census, we do have the description and the link below. You can be a part of our Telegram group where we're always talking about cryptocurrencies, and you'll also have the notifications when we're going live and we're talking together with you about what we can do. So continue to have a great day or night wherever you are in the world. I'm gonna eat some food, and at what time live tomorrow? I think we're gonna do it around 3 o'clock, so that is like 4 hours back from now from me. So around 3 o'clock in Swedish time. Okay, so bye everyone. Thank you for being on the live stream with me, and thank you Wesley and all the other guys for supporting me, and you're awesome. Have a good day. Trade with risk management. Don't sell the market now, okay? Buy the market.